Welcome, welcome.
A confident group coming through the tunnel. The Pistons looking to stay focused and pick up a win at home tonight. Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports this Tuesday evening. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. Taking a look at Cleveland, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where the Wizards are, they've surprised so many people with their ability to maintain this astonishing display of dominance. But here they are, the best team in the league late into the season.
Now Washington starting 5. We've got Jordan Poole. He's out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Sarr out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Champagnie at the 4. And for the Pistons, Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. Stan on the tail end of a back-to-back. Tired legs can be a factor.
Yet fatigue as part of a long NBA season. And to me, it's the veteran guys who know how to be successful even when they're not at 100% that do the best in these situations.
Here's Poole. Takes it inside, and he dunks it down.
And what a slash by Poole. Just knifing inside with ease.
Harris outside. Here's the 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Poole. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Poole's got his second basket of the game. Cunningham outside. Sarr pulls it in. We played just over a minute here in the first. And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Here's Harris. After the basket by Washington. Back to Cunningham. And the shot is good. Harris making the play.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
For Washington, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Middleton from the outside gets the 3 ball to go. Middleton's got 5.
Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
Now here's Cunningham. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24 and a half a game. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And since the All-Star break, here are the teams playing at the fastest pace. The Wizards, number 1.
Here's a team that is not being slowed down by the long NBA season. They've been looking to push the ball every chance they can get.
4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Three-pointer is up. Middleton. And Cunningham pulls it down.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Ivy. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. 6 to shoot. Harris outside. Misses the 3. Washington leading by 4. Here's Poole. The layup misses. The Pistons have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Thompson outside. To the inside. And the Wizards on the break. Poole with the ball. Picked up by Cunningham. And it's Coulibaly missing.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And Washington will go for a different look here. Holmes, he's checked in for Sarr. George comes in for Champagnie. Kispert's checked in for Coulibaly. And it's Marcus Smart in for Poole. George for three. Rebounded by Clinton. Pistons trail by 6. Hardaway up top. A minute 4 left in the first. To win the cold spell. Again, the miss by the Pistons. For Washington, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Here's Kispert. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And the Pistons making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Seconds left in the first quarter here. Pass to Hardaway. Beyond the arc. And Holmes pulls it down. Washington leading by 9. Kispert outside. Washington again can't hit. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Detroit. The Wizards beat them last time when these two met in Washington.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
Middleton against Beasley. Middleton, no good. Schroeder with it. Takes the three. No good on the buzzer beater. And so the first quarter is in the books. Wizards out in front, up by 6. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Washington.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
They've got Tim Hardaway, Ausar Thompson out there with Mitchell Robinson, and then it's Malik Beasley, and it's Schroeder in at the point. That's the group for Detroit starting the second. And a fast break now for the Wizards. Smart passes to Poole. Oh, what an effort by Poole!
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Thompson outside. Down low. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Flying high, Ausar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's George. No made baskets yet. And here's Beasley. Pass to Schroeder. Puts up a three. Fires in the triple.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Here's Poole. Poole gets it in close.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Pistons trail by 7. And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Holland, he's checked in for Detroit. Sarge checked in for Washington. Coulibaly comes in for Smart. And there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle? Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Pistons have struggled despite the improvement of their young cornerstone, Cade Cunningham. He said, quote, "This league rewards winning. People are going to say everything I'm doing is empty and meaningless until I win games. That's what I plan on doing, and once I do that, all the other stuff will come with it." Guys?
That's a great perspective to keep right there, Allie. Thank you.
And this is Poole at his very best, scoring at an unrelenting pace.
Pass to Hardaway. Who poked away. And they're pushing it up. George's shot is off.
And gearing up for the alley-oop, just couldn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync yet.
Holland can't hit. Washington leading by 6. Pass to Poole. Shoots over Schroeder. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Poole's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Possessing the full complement offensively, Poole can be a handful.
Beasley with a screen on Poole. To the middle. Beasley misses. The Wizards have gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. And Poole fighting through contact.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Outside Schroeder. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Schroeder's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
2 points. That one goes.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Here's Schroeder. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Schroeder's got 10 points.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively, and their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, you have to admire the confidence that Poole plays with. He wouldn't be where he is without it.
And the Pistons going with a whole new group out there. Champagnie, he's checked in for Washington. Middleton comes in for Kispert. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Cunningham looking it over. Into the lane. Ivy, left side, fires the 3. It's rebounded by Washington. And seeing this team right now is a problem. They've got 14 consecutive victories.
Well, you look at the discipline, the way these guys play under control. They never get out of balance when they find themselves in a hole. They just continue to fight, play their game, and enforce their own pace.
Oh, Cunningham rises up.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Just 4 seconds left in the second with 1 on the clock. No good. Misses at the buzzer. What a performance for Jordan Poole. He's been the story for Washington. He's been lighting it up tonight. 24 points. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Thanks for being with us, and let's get straight into it with the Players of the Week. In the Eastern Conference, Jordan Poole.
If you look at his production at the point guard position, balancing scoring and playmaking, just like my man Kenny back in the day.
Oh, you're too kind, big fella, too kind. Also nice just watching this guy ball out nightly.
Well, you're not that good. I just, just this game reminded me of one of your games.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Wizards.
As a team, you love a night like this when the game feels simple. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. And pass, shoot, score, repeat.
Nothing else to add to that, guys.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. One of the stories here, Jordan Poole. Man, is he getting it done today.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Washington leading by 11. Checking out the group for Brian Keefe to start the second half. Jordan Poole out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Sarr. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Champagnie at the 4.
And that's exactly what you want from Poole. Playing unselfish and finding the open man.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on Jordan Poole.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
The free throw drops for Harris. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Now here's Poole. Poole slashing inside.
When Poole gets this close, he knows to go for it. He's not going to waste the chance at all.
Now here's Cunningham. He goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Woo, wait. Big finish. Big time. And man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Pistons trail by 12. Ivy passes to Cunningham. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Oh, what a move by Cunningham inside.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Stan, the top pick of the 2021 draft, Cade Cunningham. He's made major strides the last couple of years, but what have you seen from him?
Well, he's a big guard who can both score and create shots for his teammates. I think this guy is a winner.
And they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
I love that move by Cunningham to create the space for himself.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Cade Cunningham picks that one up.
Great job drawing the foul and almost converted the shot as well.
Washington shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good. And so he's able to get one of two. And it's 6-10. Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes, and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allen.
Well, nice use of the floater. Ivy able to arc it up and over.
Here's Poole. Chalk up two there. Poole's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And some changes here for Detroit. Beasley's checked in for Ivy. And it's Schroeder in for Cade Cunningham. George, he's checked in for Washington. Now here's Schroeder. 10 points for him. 13 feet out. Sarr pulls it in. And it's Poole with the ball for the Washington Wizards. They've led by as many as 14. It's George on the wing. Three-pointer. Sends it home from three-point land. George has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Beasley outside. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Beasley's got his first 2 points of the night.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
George outside. From deep. Hits the trifecta. And the Wizards lead by 15.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Detroit shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. That one's off. Fontecchio's checked in for the Pistons. Hardaway comes in for Thompson. Good on the second one. And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And here are the NBA's best three-point shooters at the two-guard position this season. This is a dangerous group. Malik Beasley on top.
It's not surprising that he's doing damage from deep. Guys at his position are asked to make this a staple of their offensive arsenal, and he's doing exactly this.
Here's Poole. And the shot goes. Poole's got 9 points now in the second half.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Pass to Fontecchio. And here's Beasley. Outside Schroeder. Beasley with a screen on Poole. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Schroeder outside. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. Coulibaly's got 4 rebounds now. Duren against Poole. Rebounded by the Pistons. Now Hardaway. Yet to see a basket. Duren. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And one thing we know we'll see, Jalen Duren giving his all on the glass, Dan.
Yeah, Brian, look, he's one of the best per-minute rebounders in this league, and it's what the team needs for him. But he's also become a very good finisher around the basket.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
Middleton from the outside. No luck on that one.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
They get it back. Pass to Waiters. Lets it go from deep. The shot misses. Brogdon feeling it out a bit. Over Beasley. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Wizards out in front, leading by 17. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Dennis Schroeder. He's out there with DeLon Wright. Malik Beasley is out there with Mitchell Robinson. And it's Klintman in at power forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. Now here's Kispert. Bay outside. Pass to Poole. Takes a three. Rebounded by Klintman. Pistons trail by 17. And here's Schroeder outside. And the three-pointer goes.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Poole, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Okay, Jordan Poole, for getting up there and slamming it down.
Schroeder against Smart. To the paint. Here's Robinson, and a big finish by Robinson.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Poole finds George. And here's Kispert from the arc. Counted from distance. And the Wizards lead by 17. And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
Fontecchio's checked in for the Pistons. Cunningham comes in for Wright. Coulibaly, he's checked in for Washington. Washington on D. Here's Cunningham. It's rebounded by George. Kispert, left side. Smart for three. And again, Washington with a triple.
Well, good-looking three there from Smart. He knocks down his fair share of those.
There's Cunningham with a three. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. Coulibaly's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Hey, that's just their first turnover. Overall, they've done a great job taking care of the ball.
Thompson scanning the floor. The shot comes out. Some solid defense from Coulibaly. Will stand the minimum games threshold for postseason awards. It seems to be working as a motivator.
Well, especially, Brian, because those awards can impact player contracts. So that benchmark, 65 games, about 80% of the schedule, that's a bar that players are looking to surpass.
Do you like the 65 games, or would you like to see a different number?
I mean, I think it's great. If anything, I'd like to see it higher.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Wizards leading by 17. That one's good for 2. Poole's got 37.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Yeah, what a massive showing from Cade Cunningham. It's been really a treat to watch.
Poole against Cunningham. And the layup is good off the glass. Poole's got 39.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And it's Washington with the ball, following the score by Detroit. George passes to Smart. The three. The Pistons clear it. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. They get it back. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Wizards.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
And that's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And their win total will climb a little higher once this one's official. It'll be their 63rd win of the year.
And they have to feel pretty good about themselves, taking the first 2 games of the season between these teams.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Jordan Poole.
Well, just a fantastic job of distributing the ball. When you're able to see the floor like that and take advantage of what the defense gives you, it's huge.
Ivey outside. On the wing, Thompson. Poole against Ivey. And it's Poole with a rebound. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Smart outside. Jacks up a 3. Thompson pulls it in. Ivey against Smart. Ivey's shot is off. Here's Poole. Driving to the basket. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Jordan Poole.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. Now a chance to look at the best new players in the game with our Rookie of the Year race. Things getting clear with a little over a month to go. You look at Zon, you know, there have been moments for him this year, but overall it just doesn't look like he'll finish near the top of the list.
And somehow the rigors of this group's first full NBA season still hasn't taken a toll. Their level of play has not dropped off at all.
Oh, the beauty of young legs. It's sort of remarkable because it's something unlike anything they've experienced before, this schedule.
And now Washington starting group. We've got Bilal Coulibaly. Also Jordan Poole out there. Chris Middleton is out there with Song. And Champagnie in at the power forward position. One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
Shots good by Duren.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
Washington's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Poole, the pass to Sarr. Can they get it? And there's Poole on the assist by Sarr.
Well, this is a staple of Jordan Poole's game, folks. This is why he is a volume three-point shooter.
Cunningham kicks to Harris. Ivy on the wing. Back to Harris. Thompson outside. Clock at 4. Over Middleton. Washington with the rebound. They are tearing through the league right now with 15 wins in a row.
What an absolute joy to watch. This team is playing a beautiful brand of basketball right now. Everything about it. The athleticism, the basketball skill, the intelligence, the heart, the toughness, the commitment. These guys have been extraordinary.
And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
The Pistons making a change here. Beasley's checked in. Washington's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And again, Washington with the triple.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary.
Timeout.
Even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Here in the late stages of March, the range for teams in the power rankings has really solidified. Taking a look at Cleveland. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
You know, for the Wizards, they've taken this ride all the way down the stretch. Few people thought they could maintain this astonishing display of dominance.
Harris finds Ivy to end the run. Duran trying to break free.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
Here's the 3. Duran pulls it in. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. Trailing by 2. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Wizards.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
The Pistons have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Poole against Ivy. And here's Harris from the arc. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Washington's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. The kick out to Poole for 3. The rebound by Ivy. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Beasley. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Washington shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit tricky out there. 2 points. That one goes.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot. Hot.
Cunningham passes to Beasley. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Inside. Out to Harris. Fires from deep. Rebound, Washington. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Here's Beasley following the bucket by the Wizards. Harris outside. It's up a 3. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Here's Washington now. This run now up to 13-2. Poole. Here he goes. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. And it's Beasley in the corner. Takes the 3. That one no good. Now, Koulibaly to the inside. Here's Sarr. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Got a hand on it. And so it's the Washington Wizards with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Right back after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
So the Wizards 5 right now. Richaun Holmes out there with George. Then there's Smart. Then there's Kispert. And it's Middleton in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Schroeder. Marcus Smart picking up that last basket. Here's Holland. Pass to Beasley. Here's Holland. Lock at 6. With the drive. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
Beasley with a screen on Smart. Pass to Robinson. Right in the lane, and Robinson throws it down hard.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Brogdon, he's checked in for Washington. All right, a chance to check out stats for Cade Cunningham.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
Now here's Middleton. No scoring in this one. Schroeder against Middleton. There's the triple. That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Schroeder.
Well, you have to at least honor the long ball from Dennis Schroeder. He is more than capable from that distance.
Here's Smart. And again, Washington, no good. For Detroit, they've gone a -3 to start the second. And Thompson kicks to Beasley. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Rule adjustments, Doris, regarding the rip-through move. Do you think those have been effective?
Kevin, I certainly think we've taken a step in the right direction. We have got to give the defense more of a chance at this point, and the idea that you don't get shots on the rip-through is important.
And here's Schroeder after Malcolm Brogdon hitting the 3. Beasley dishes to Robinson. Washington with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Smart passes to Brogdon. Robinson pulls it in. Pistons trail by 4. Here's Thompson. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
It's Brogdon on the wing. The 3. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Well, what we know about Malcolm Brogdon is he is Mr. Efficiency. It doesn't matter if it's from distance.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Robinson. Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. Ivy's checked in for Ausar Thompson. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Now here is Harris. 8 points his last outing. To Cunningham.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Detroit, and he sinks the second.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Cool, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Thompson, pass to Harris. They kick out to Cunningham. Detroit, no good that time either.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Sarr gets the bucket.
The endless length of Alex Sarr helping his impact down low.
Now here's Durham. Harris with it. It's rebounded by Poole.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And Koulibaly gets it to go. Koulibaly's got 5 points so far.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Now, here's Ivy. He's guarded closely. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Cool. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. A floater. The shot by Ivy, no good.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Yep, that one goes.
You could tell Jordan Poole from the opening tip was determined to make an impact, and he does that best with his scoring.
He drops it in from the low post. Poole's got the lead up to 12 now for Washington.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And so it's Washington, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. With J.B. Bickerstaff, coach, what will be the areas of emphasis on defense in the second half?
Well, we got to do a much better job just being physical, fighting them deep down in the post. We got to be very aggressive early, not letting them get deep post catches, make them have to kick the basketball out and not take those easy buckets.
That is doing your work early, and we'll see if you can do it in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Hey, everybody. We've seen plenty of action in that first half to chat about. But first, we're taking a look at the power rankings during this late-season push.
Well, right now for Washington, coming down the final stretch of the season, about a month left, I think they're in a pretty good spot.
Matter of fact, they're in the number 1 spot.
Well, number 1 is a good spot, isn't it, Ernie?
Last I checked, it doesn't get better than that. Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Pistons.
They've been shot out of the gym. Even when they do extend their defense, it doesn't matter. I don't know what the remedy is.
I got 3 words for you. Elbow sandwich.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. And it's Duren in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. And the Pistons with possession here. Following the three-pointer by Washington. That one may be a little beyond his comfort zone, but he made it count. Thompson's got 5 now.
If he develops a consistent three-point shot in his first few years, Thompson's going to be scary.
Latrey. Rebounded by the Pistons.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. You know, a natural scorer. Ivy is developing into a tremendous playmaker.
Here's Poole. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. And you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Well, some players just get hotter as the season goes on. That's definitely been the case with these point guards since the All-Star break, as you can see in these shooting percentages. Jordan Poole on top. Malcolm Brogdon is second.
Some remarkable shooters in that group. I mean, you know that when you're seeing those types of numbers at the point guard position, you're talking about some very intelligent and patient players.
You know, that intelligence is really their hallmark. Always taking the smart shot, never forcing it when it's not there. You know, that's how they're able to keep their percentages so high. That and the fact that they can flat out shoot.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Shoots the 3. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Pass to Cunningham. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards. They lead by 11. Lays it up off the glass. Poole's got 21 in the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Pistons have gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Pass to Harris. High, arcing shot. Comes up empty down low.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
The 3 from Poole. Thompson with the rebound. Pistons trail by 13. Here's Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finisher.
Here's Poole. Detroit with the rebound. Cunningham's got his 5th rebound in this one. Thompson dishes to Cunningham. Duren down low. Guarded by Poole. Offensive rebound. And Duren slams it in.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Took him no time at all on that one.
Timeout.
Middleton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Holland, he's checked in for Harris. Fontecchio's coming in for Thompson. Beasley's checked in for Ivy. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Cade Cunningham. Shot is good, and the Wizards lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Schroeder.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
And it's Beasley in the corner. Rebounded by the Wizards. Poole with it. He's got 21. He gets that one. Poole's got 9 points here in the second half.
Man, that's a big-time finish right there. Jordan Poole not flustered at all by the contact.
Schroeder passes to Beasley. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Boy, they have been terrific from beyond here in the second.
The three from Poole. That one doesn't go. Pistons trail by 9. Lets a floater go. Holland, no good. Wizards have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Poole, no good. Detroit has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
Well, Malik Beasley at his best when he's assertive to score the basketball, draws the contact in that instance. That's nicely done.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
And the Pistons making a change here. Beasley hits them both.
Well, what you love about Malik Beasley is his willingness to always hunt for opportunities to score it. He understands what the strength of his game is, and he goes out and tries to execute.
The shot's good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
1 second left. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Jordan Poole making highlights for the Washington Wizards. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We come back right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. So on the floor for Washington, Kispert is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's George. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Brogdon in at the 2. And the basket by Clinton.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Works that one inside nicely.
Pistons trail by 9. Schroeder with the ball. George picks him up. Here's a look at what's coming up for Washington. On Saturday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
No good on the free throw.
One thing Dennis Schroeder has proven is that he can be an effective player whether he's starting or coming off the bench. This is a versatile guard, and maybe his best attribute, confidence.
And the Pistons making a change here. White's checked in. Now here's Smart. For 3, Brogdon hits the three-point bomb.
Well, the highly valued corner 3, Brogdon, easy work right there.
Schroeder outside. Here's Beasley over Middleton. The kick out to right. Kept alive. Pass to Schroeder. Fires for 3. The shot comes out.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Kispert. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, I absolutely love that pass from Marcus Smart. Almost like a sixth sense relative to where his teammate was.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Cunningham, he's checked in for Wright. Coulibaly, he's checked in for the Wizards. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. During that last break, I listened in to J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. He tore into his guys. He said, your body language is awful right now. You don't even look like you want to play right now. Should I sub in for you? Where's the drive to win? Guys?
Thank you, David.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
Here's Middleton. Got it good. And the Wizards lead by 12.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now here's Schroeder. And Cunningham with the dunk.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all three levels. He can beat you at the rim. He can beat you from 30 feet out and everything in between.
Now here's Kispert. And a miss there on the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Baseline try. It's good. And the Washington lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Cunningham. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. From deep, George. Beasley with the rebound. Beasley's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Schroeder missing. Wizards leading by 8. Outside, George. And Middleton kicks to Smart. Back to Middleton. Unloads. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Middleton's got 4 points this quarter.
Marcus Smart does a little bit of everything. You love to see him sharing the rock.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Duren, he's checked in for Robinson. Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Malik Beasley. And Ivy subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Cunningham's shot is off. For Washington, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Poole finds Koulibaly. Back to Poole. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the arc. Buries it from 3-point range. Poole's got 14 points here in the second half.
Boy, you want to talk about bailing out a poor offensive possession. Jordan Poole doesn't panic in a tight spot, just calmly steps up and drains it.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
You know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Wizards.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Washington.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they'd sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And the one thing that stood out about these guys all season long, their resiliency to come out and play hard and win games. We've watched some epic battles that they've played, and tonight will mark their 64th win in the year. Something else.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jordan Poole.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Detroit with the ball, following the bucket by the Wizards. Cunningham against Poole. Cunningham's shot is off. Cunningham against Poole. Middleton outside. Lets the 3 fly. Thompson with the rebound. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.
Thanks for watching. Like, thumbs up, comment, subscribe and share. Victory Hand.